So for example, it's one thing to give a car or a rail as a subsidy, but the moment you begin to pay for petrol and diesel, then that's not sustainable. It's going to be a recurring cost all the time. So in this case also, you can say that initially the subsidy can be, basically to offset the price difference between steel and cement and wood and brick. But that's a one-time subsidy. But then after that, if there is a recurring cost of actually sustaining that enterprise, then for how long can you subsidize? So it is impossible, right? So now try to just visualize a market model whereby basically what you've done is set 3 pricing levels. So for example, if any artist works on the restoration projects to restore a historical building, then just as an assumption, let's say they are paid price P1. Okay. Now if you pay P1, the artist is there and is able to do the work, but that work is not enough for 12 months. So then you got to create P2. So P2 basically becomes doing work like this, but then with expats, tourists, and sort of the external market in mind. So when you do a billing like this, you're not getting paid P1, but you're getting paid P2. So now your income is P1 plus P2, right? But then suppose that the 2 markets is enough only for 10 months. Now the question becomes, what do you do for the remaining 2 months? And that's how the handicraft industry has taken off, basically an export-based market. So if you look at restoration as P1, if you look at hotels, lodges, expats, tourism market as P2, and if you can look at the external market, the export market as P3. So suddenly you've created a pricing system whereby P1 plus P2 plus P3 now is enough to sustain you for the whole year. Right? And so the question then becomes, what does P2 look like? And so P2 basically looks like, so the artist gets paid to do a structure like this, but then because the hotel is constantly renting out rooms, so the recurring cost is being earned through tourism. Now in the same way, as Nepalese also become wealthy, so they're increasingly building houses, at least the interior, with these traditional elements. So what that means suddenly is that that same artist who was thinking of quitting that job and doing something else is now not only coming back, but their cousins, their children, who normally thought there was no future in this market, are suddenly now coming back into this business. And so the point that we really have to understand is that just restoring the historical city doesn't create enough of a market. So we have to create this secondary and tertiary market. And so this is just an example of that secondary market.